Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As always, I'm Sam.
And I'm Cody, and we are the duo who does more than just each other.
Well, one of the topics that I thought was interesting that we didn't have a chance to dive into as much last time was the difference between like falling in love and growing in love. There's this account that I follow called the.holistic.psychologist. And she has a lot of little well-worded just Instagram posts that are just like short little bullet point. Read through that one and I was just like, God, I wish that someone had kind of taught me more of this growing up. Just the difference. Just that falling in love is so easy and everything after that is what's
I feel like all
hard.
our role models in life with that don't really understand that at this point. Especially mine.
She talks about, and I'll just read them, growing in love requires maturity and an understanding that 1, our partner can't always make us happy. 2, there will always be disappointment. We might often feel bored and that the relationship must be nourished. I think I didn't used to understand that at all. Oh, it's okay to feel bored. It's okay to realize that we can't always make each other happy all the time, and you can't and I can't fulfill your needs 100% of the time.
And I honestly think,
and that's okay.
and I think that's something that I even realized before you, because there was a time where I remember feeling stressed if you were bored or not entertained.
Yeah.
Just like stressed that I felt stressed while I was relaxing and not being, and thinking in my head, oh, should I be doing something for him? Should I be doing something to make him laugh right now or make him whatever?
I felt the same. I remember when you moved, because you moved across the country to move in with me. I remember when we lived in the studio, I felt like that a lot. I was like, oh my God, like, is he bored? Like, and then the pandemic hit. I remember feeling that need as well to just like entertain the relationship. I would get anxious too if I felt like we just were bored. I guess, that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't constantly have to be the ones entertaining each other.
Yeah. I think even until recently, we've finally just been like, fuck, like, let's just let each other be individuals.
Yeah.
And I don't think we were doing that consciously. It was very subconscious because we just wanted to like show each other how much we love each other. But it's like, okay, we can just do what we want and worry about ourselves in some moments.
Yeah. And that's why when we go out, I don't wander or don't feel jealous as much anymore, because it's okay to let you just go find excitement in something new and not feeling like that I need to be concerned that, oh, you're not getting that excitement from me constantly.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And I think during our honeymoon phase, we were like, well, we're kind of codependent, but like we like that we are, and kind of use that.
We like that we were together all the time.
Yeah, and then it got to the point where it was like, no, like we still need to be individuals.
I thought about this recently because we would go out a lot, and I realized that I really do like to wander around. Like once we get there and I'm socializing, I just like to wander off and see who else is at the party or see who's on the dance floor, just wander around, see if we can run into friends, and just, or I like being a social butterfly and just meeting new people and just saying hi and starting a conversation. And there was a while where I felt like that annoyed you. Like I'd get a text from you like, where are you? Like why aren't you with me?
That was mostly happening during that time where I wasn't taking care of myself. My confidence was lower. So
but you weren't doing anything wrong. Like it wasn't like you were starting a fight. I don't mean to say like you were causing a problem. Recently, I feel like you finally let go of that, and we're just like, it's okay. And I think there was that concern of, oh, if I let them wander off too far, then they're not going to come back to me. And I think that's where that jealousy and territorialness comes in a relationship of like, oh, that my partner needs to be by my side all the time.
Yeah.
And you see that with other couples, and they get super jealous when they're not around each other. You letting me just go wander off and be myself and be free makes me want to come back to you even more.
The only time that I get annoyed now is when you come up and you're like, my phone's at 2%, don't lose me, and then you run off. So then it's like, well, now I might not be able to find you if your phone's dead.
Okay, but like, how often has it actually happened where my phone's dead and you can't find me? I think that's happened maybe like two or three times
in the last 4 months.
No, in the last like maybe 2 years. So that's not like a repetitive thing like every weekend. So one of the other things was growing in love means that I will need to self-reflect. There will be parts of me that need work. I can tolerate discomfort and periods where we aren't connected, and I will give and I will receive, and it won't always be equal. The I will give and I will receive always reminds me of Joey on Friends.
Yeah.
We will give and we will receive.
The word connected in that is a little triggering for me, because even recently there was a moment where you're like, I don't feel connected with you. I don't feel connected with you. And you're getting so hung up on that word and that feeling.
Yeah.
But I was just like, in my head, I was like, well, we're not always going to be 100% connected all the time. But for some reason in that moment, you just expect it to be. So actually when you sent that to me like a month or so ago, and I was like, yeah, this bitch is sending you this because he knows this is how he was thinking.
Let's dissect that a little bit. So I think you can go through periods of not feeling connected, but in that moment when I brought it up to you, that was me saying, okay, we've gone a long enough time where I've felt like this that I want to bring it up because I want to do something about it.
Yeah.
I think that's my takeaway, is that it's okay to still bring it up. Like, if you're feeling disconnected, like, let's talk about it. But knowing that, just because we're not feeling connected doesn't mean I should go self-sabotage or do something that's disrespectful for the relationship just because I'm not feeling connected for a few days.
Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed this. Like, I've always tried to, when you tell me stuff, work on myself, work on what you're telling me. But I feel like I do it way better since my parents' divorce.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I don't want to become my father, because he's someone who doesn't work on himself literally at all.
Yeah.
And I think in the last, they've been divorced for not even a year. And I think in the last 6 months, the things that you've been saying have really been resonating with me. And I feel like I've been really fixing things quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a whole part of my 2023 journey of making myself better for you and for myself.
Do you think that I have done the same for you?
Oh, I definitely do.
Oh, okay.
I still
I just wanted to throw that out there.
But you've always been good at that.
Yeah.
But I think lately I've been better.
Yeah. So then it says, I will give and I will receive, and that it won't always be equal. It just sounds really weird to say. It's not always going to be equal. It's not always going to be 50-50. And I recognize now that there are days where I know you come home and I can tell, just put it in a percentage, where it's okay, I think that he could probably give 20% right now, and I'll make up the other 80 for the relationship.
Yeah.
And there are times where it's the opposite.
It's all about not taking each other for granted and realizing the whole overall umbrella of what we're both doing for each other.
Umbrella, Ella, Yes, I agree. Growing in love is a beautiful process. It can be painful. It will challenge us, and it will trigger old wounds. It will also allow us to build trust, security, safety, and joy-filled connections we've always wanted.
Before I met you, I had a very close, small group of girlfriends, maybe one or two gay friends that were not best friends, but friends. But now we have such an extensive group of people who I consider best friends. Yeah. And I think that emulated from us just being happy and in love with each other and trusting each other and just living a life that we have no regrets on. And it just brought all these wonderful people to us and around us all the time. And we're constantly meeting new ones. It's, I never thought I would have a life like this with so many wonderful people around me all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah. That was a fun talk about growing in love, because I'm more and more in love with you every day, and I love you so much, and I'm so grateful to be able to pursue this journey together and our mini adventures, and that's all I got today.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to listen to us again rant.
And if you are enjoying our talks, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, let YouTube know that people like us and that you want us to keep coming back. And until next time, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.